Welcome to another episode of Last of the Real podcast. I'm your host, GRP. In studio today, we have.
Of course, you have Mr. Snipe in the building.
Good. So, Sniper, ready for this week?
Long time waiting.
So we have some interesting topic lineup. The most popular one of all would be Rihanna, the new national hero, and of course, Masicka new album. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of that, we have a special guest on the show tonight, Latty, who is an entrepreneur and also a professional makeup artist. Latty, welcome to the Last of the Real podcast.
Thank you for having me.
How are you, Latty? You ready for the show?
Yes, I am. I've been waiting from last week.
You hear that snap from last week?
Last week.
Yeah, man, she ready.
All right,
Man.
fine.
So Latty, for our audience who are not familiar with you, can you just give them a brief history of yourself?
Well, my name is Latoya Hamilton, aka Latty. Everybody calls me Latty. I have a 3-year-old son. I am engaged and I work at Advanced Call Center Technologies as an ACT, but I do makeup, professional makeup and the style. So that's me.
Okay, so I heard that there's wedding bell in the future.
Yes, there is.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so what made you want to be a makeup artist?
Well, I started doing makeup for myself from high school. The last year of high school, I became interested because my in-law, she brought down this suitcase and I saw some makeup in it. So I said, okay, I'm gonna try it because I guess I had low self-esteem from there. So I tried to use the makeup to do something. However, I fell in love with how it made me look and feel, and from there and I've been practicing makeup from on myself. Not it was just last year that I ventured into the whole professional part of it.
Sound good. So basically the makeup gave you this confident booster.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so no, all right.
Or it did. Yeah.
So what's one of your favorite cosmetic product and why?
As I say, I just started out. I cannot say I have a favorite cosmetic product at the moment because for me now it's trial and error and getting the right technique, and I'm still on the drugstore products, trying to get up to the top where I can buy the NARS and the the other products them to see how they really work. So I'm not at this stage now where I'm going to choose to say yes, I have a favorite line of products because I have to wait until
Continue experimenting.
So that's it.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's something that you just practice personally, or you have had professional training in your makeup?
All right. It was something that I practiced on myself until December last year, the 16th of December last year, where I took the professional makeup course, 2-day master class, because it was somebody who, she forced me to say, oh, yeah, since you do makeup on yourself so good, and that's where it always started. You do it on yourself good, so people expect, that you can do it on them good. So she encouraged me to say, just go and do it and see where it takes you. And bear in mind, when you practice makeup on yourself, it doesn't normally come out as good as I may do it on myself and I get a flawless finish because I've been doing it on myself for years, versus if I do it on a client now, it's gonna be trial and error for me because it's gonna take practice to actually get to the desired technique that I need to sell myself properly going forward.
I can understand that because I figure more or less that with each new person that you come across, you'd have to adjust how you do makeup towards how the face here,
Yes,
whether that theme
the
could bump
technique, yeah,
and
the technique remains the same. And in terms of like we call it textured skin with the bumps and stuff like that. I mean, I cannot remove bumps and flaws off the skin. So it's me now to find a technique and to really provide coverage for that person's face actually get a wow moment. As I say, I'm still in the trial and error moment now. So it's been a year and I have a class coming. I'm gonna retake a master class in January. So I have to be continually learning through.
that's understandable. I hear you mention that somebody motivated you, inspired you. Who was that?
It was one of my friend, and then Shani comes along and then she'll give me the push now and then because it is something that you'll give up on. So you have to have that support system that if you even make a mistake, like Shani is gonna be there. Even if the thing not look good, she goes say Latty, one, you could handle better with this and that. And we have to be open to criticism, whether good or bad. You just have to know how to give it out. So she has been there along with my friend Monique, who is abroad now, because I used to use her face for practice, but she's no longer here.
All right, understood. We always need that extra support because sometimes with all the work coming left, right, and center, it can be streamful.
That's
with all this said.
The makeup industry right now is very saturated because, of course, it's $1 billion
industry,
and you have a lot of persons trying to do it now. Technology has made it even more pronounced. So it's the best of the best. Persons are not going to choose you if you're not on top. So you have to. It's a thing where you have to just continually do your research, watch the YouTube videos, ask questions. If you forget something, run you still ask no matter what you. You just have to be consistent with it. But sometimes it gets demotivating, especially when you're not getting the clientele that you want.
Okay.
Understood.
I can totally understand that. So Latty, apart from you can say this is based off inspirational as well. Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years, or where do you see your business in that time as well?
All right, within the next 5 to 10 years, I'd like to see myself teaching the class because I have a passion for makeup. It's not only something that I love the money, don't get me wrong, but the feeling that you get that I get whenever I complete a face, or if I tell somebody, say, hey, I want to use your face for a practice session, and the person say, yeah, I'm going to come. The feeling that I get from it is like if they were paying me because I feel so infused, I feel happy, it makes my day. And if that person comes and I didn't do a good job on there, I feel so depressed. And so it's something that I know that within the next 5 to 10 years, I see myself actually teaching the whole makeup thing, having my own studio, becoming a professional makeup artist, as somebody who's established, and for somebody to come to me and ask me for questions, tips and tricks and all of that.
And possible starting your own makeup line as well.
Makeup line as well. But in the next 5 years, for me, I'm just taking it one step at a time because it's not something that I want to rush because I know that it's something that I want to do and great things take time, and that is what I have in my head. So it's something that I want to take to cement, to find my niche, because in makeup you have to find that technique. Because once you find that technique, it's the technique that technique that's going to sell you. So once you find the technique now and develop a little niche, you go through, eventually become established, and then you can branch off into other things. But for now, it may take me some time. But for now, I'm just working on developing the technique, and the technique can probably, for the next 2 to 3 years, and then we'll think about product and all that.
Sound good. I like the mission that you're on. So, Latty, where can potential new clients
customers find me?
Yeah.
Right now, I am at home in Cornwall, Montego Bay. I'm also mobile at an additional cost. So if they want me to travel outside of Mobe or within in and around Montego Bay, it can be done. But I do it part-time because I work, so I normally leave work like 3 o'clock or so, or ask for some time off if it's like a wedding or early in the morning. I can be flexible based on whatever they ask for.
And do you have a social media page where they can find you on?
Yes, I do have a social media page. It's LabelleGlam1 says LA_Bell BELLE_glam1.
All right, people, you hear? If you want Latty to, touch up your face and make you look nice, extra nice for your wedding day or a party, just give her a call up. And remember, support the young entrepreneurs that we have in our countries right now. They are making the moves, and each of them need our support. All right, Latty. So thanks for being on the Last of the Real podcast. We do hope you have a great night.
Thank you, and thanks for having me.
Sure, no problem.
Yes.
All right, Snipe. So that was a great interview by Latty. All right. So
yes.
The burning topic, the trending topic that's on everyone's list right now. Rihanna, Barbados' new national hero. What's your thought on that?
Barbados. Sorry. I mean, it's a trending topic and I've seen it, but I'm so caught up with YouTube and makeup that I don't know anything about Barbados. I mean, don't know, but we really don't know about Barbados. I know that she does music. And she has brought life to Barbados through music, which Bob Marley did do to Jamaica. So I mean, if it's a thing where they think she deserves it, then she deserves it. And I think that she's a great person. I think that she's she's well-rounded. She knows what she wants and she goes after what she wants. And in her own right, I think she deserves whatever they gave to her.
True. So you're in full support of the.
I am in full support of her getting the national. I know because we in our head we are say, oh, national hero, them fighting a slavery and a bag of things, and maybe people are look funny and say, oh, she never do nothing great, but in her own right, she did something great for her country. She's one of the top artists in the US, in Hollywood, and she has a cosmetic line that is A1 right now. So I mean, she's working.
Like Portia, working.
Working. She's working. So I think she deserves.
So Snipe, what are your thoughts on this?
Basically, I agree with everything with Latty. I think as that's the main thing.
Yeah.
They say that what people are looking at, the standards for heroes are those from the past who have fought that part. Set some legal rights within Jamaica, make some major movement. And so, because of that standard that we are used to, is why you have here certain people have been a namesake to Rihanna getting that award. I will say though this that for me, one thing that I didn't like about it is, for me, I think there's a certain time and place for everything. And
yes,
I don't think her outfit was the best outfit for that. Yeah. I think she have been more professional rather have the and that kind of take away from the whole essence of really seeing her as a national hero, because at the end of the day I look and say, this is my country and this is going to represent me.
But playing devil's advocate, Snipe, because that dress was trending as well, and we all saw how revealing it was, right? To the point where nipples were showing and stuff like that. Print out. Don't you think
if I could interject, all I saw, listen, we were all excited about Rihanna getting national hero, whatever. But all me see, I'm a woman, are two nipple them and cut me eye them. Them just in a me eye them and juke them out. So I don't think it was appropriate. Yeah,
man,
them
you know
just
that never see.
Don't you think we're taking away too much from this by using the dress? I mean,
but she herself took it away.
but this is Rihanna we are talking about. You know, this is how Rihanna typically dress. This is her that I mean, not many women could pull off that dress.
Yeah, we get that thing. We get that. This is her style. But at the same time, we've seen her dress otherwise professional.
Yeah.
So I think as the significance of this event, no, it didn't require that kind of outfit.
Yeah, but like I was saying, playing devil's advocate now, you know, they're no longer being what you said. No, they're free from the British monarch. What would we have liked to see Rihanna in?
It's not even say.
Yeah, I understand free from that.
Listen, it's not even say yes. Understand? Yeah. So go ahead.
It's not even so much just that British style or mentality. It's just right now. It's just say that it's a general understanding, general professionalism. So whether it's British tradition that is coming down from, it's an overall tradition. If we could say that right now. So coming looking like that this kind of event, it kind of takes away from the whole.
Is it that we're sexualizing woman too much? Can't we just see?
Sexualize her. Listen,
can't we just see Rihanna just for Rihanna?
Listen, you have to be honest. Whether you're playing the devil's advocate or not, she was the one who went up there sexualizing herself. She went up there, no bra. She knew that her nipples were printing out, and I'm sure that somebody told her that your nipple them stiff, you know, girl, your nipple them stand up. Come on. She knows that people go see. Listen, you have to give it where it is. She knew this. I mean, nothing wrong with the dress, but what the top, they just never make no sense. She knows that God is the talk of the town. People go, listen, I something more in your eyes. People go talk about it. So on
an important day like that where she is now the national hero, it's fair to say that people will remember the dress more rather than the ceremony.
More. I mean, it will go hand in hand.
That's what people are talking about.
Yeah, like, come on. You see the dress as soon as Miss Rihanna did hear about Rihanna, me I visualize the dress. Just see two people them turn up like me a lesbian.
Yes, Chavi.
Yeah, listen.
Welcome.
Who is talking about Rihanna dress and the nipples? Which audience? Jamaica or the world?
Mostly Jamaicans.
Yeah, the negative people. Jamaica. That is how me see it. Because I think Jamaicans are always up on negativity, you know. And tomorrow now if Bob Marley get it. So why Bob Marley have to get it? Why Paul couldn't get it? Paul alive, then can't get somebody alive. But negativity always have come out still. So for me,
I agree with that, sir.
But question, Chavi, before you expound more on the whole negative towards Jamaica, because Jamaican, they're one of the ones taking it and running away with this dress situation. When you look at Barbados now, right? Rihanna living and she's now the new national hero. Why can't it be done for someone like Eva Bob Marley?
No, it can be done, you know. It can be done. And I think before Rihanna get this thing, there was I think we had this conversation in one of the podcasts.
Yes.
But I think it got push. No, Jamaica got push it even more now because since Rihanna get it a year, them start talk more about it now. So people are gonna push for as many said before, I have nothing for Bob Marley get it, you know. There's no problem me seeing Bob Marley get it. And as Latty said, Rihanna has done great in her own way. And Usain Bolt, Louise, Bennett, and Bob Marley has done great in their own way as well. So to me, any one of them can get it. Any one of them can get it.
So Snipe, what you think? So yeah, Chavi. So you honestly think Bob Marley will get that title one of these days?
Well, I am kind of leaning towards Louise Bennett still, but in terms of the Rasta perspective, yes, to how we view it, I think it's gonna be a hard one still. But put aside the Rasta thing, he has done a great thing for the country, for music and so forth. So
And
there's no
tourism
problem.
also.
There's no problem. We just have to put aside the Rasta thing. It's gonna be a hard thing still with Jamaican, but
I've been a Rasta man up there, right?
yeah, but we could see it play out still because like how we can put aside Rihanna and her nipples showing in her dress, in which she have got to adjust certain things now because she's now the national hero. When that was taking place, she wasn't. She didn't get it. But I think
But-
people just come on, man. Just look on the good side. I think we just highlight too much. Rihanna has done good for music, for our country,
She has done
even
a
for
lot.
Jamaica. Even for Jamaica too. Because she rep Jamaica, she rep the whole Caribbean. So I think it's a good thing still.
So you said us Jamaicans should get off her back about the world dress.
Yeah, man, because Rihanna that on her first, she wear something like that. That is always been Rihanna. So we're not expecting anything different from Rihanna. So if you are gonna give somebody a national hero or something and expect them to change, you didn't know how them stay before. So why not have that talk with them before then? You
And
know,
that-
so that's why them stay a long time.
We don't
So
expect Rihanna to change, and we don't want Rihanna to change. I remember that Rihanna is a trendsetter for everything.
yeah,
Your
exactly.
style, cosmetic. But what we're saying is this: it is a national event, right?
Yes.
You're being awarded for the heroine of the country. At least dress within that, the conform of that. You understand?
People are
Dress,
bad.
nobody knows you can't wear a tight little something them or whatever. The same dress could be worn. But in the nipples, them could never have to be so revealing.
I mean,
Alright, question. If a nipple is never so revealing, somebody will find something else to talk about. Why Rihanna just the officer tight? She couldn't wear something with sleeve.
No, Travis, now we are talking about that about if we not there, if we are talking about what happened.
Happened,
However,
yes.
if could have done but we are not what happened.
Well, me not a problem with it.
There's a
Because
lot of things that Rihanna did.
most people just know. Me not a problem with it.
But we see Rihanna just nice, and Rihanna, listen, there's a lot of things that Rihanna did that we didn't criticize, but it's a national event. This year just have to be honest in the whole thing, yeah, man. She should wear that practically.
all right, Latty, let hold on a second there. Let me hear what Rihanna have to say. Rihanna, you're up.
Good night, people. It comes down to a time and place for everything. Yeah, we know Rihanna. I believe she deserves her national hero because she has, as I said, she has brought recognition to the Caribbean in so many ways, even becoming I think it's a billionaire, if I'm not mistaken. For Barbados being such a small island, for someone to ascend to that level of stardom and giving back to Barbados in so many ways, and including the Caribbean, she deserves it 100%. But the thing is, a time and place for everything. We know you're trendy, we know your style, we know what you're all about, but it's a national event, a formal event. The nature of the event says, let me dress appropriate.
Sorry, and what if she had dressed in that same manner and, well, like Latty said, wear a bra, but her ass was sticking out more? What would she have done about her ass?
But define our ass sticking out more, because if our bottom big, it just big, but if our ass stick out where it'll show the crack and not leave nothing to the imagination. Let me ask you then.
Yeah.
Would you go to school wearing that? A female, would a female be appropriate for a female to go to school wearing that?
Which kind of school?
What school are you talking?
Let's say a high school.
I mean, many females,
or a high school event.
I mean, many females in high school did come without a bra, but their compartment wasn't up like that.
But then again, you're going into high school now where there are rules, is there
regulation?
Yeah, was there something like that set for the event?
No, you're getting technical now about it to try to justify your point now, Travis.
No, but Rihanna in art.
No, I'm not trying to justify. I'm just thinking that society that try to play too much by the rules. But when time somebody is breaking rule breaking, no matter
can
where
we
it's
say
breaking.
though that that's one of the reasons why society is where it is now, right? Because every time persons are trying to fit their own narrative and go about things the way they want it.
But Rian, but Rian, what I'm saying is, Rian, we come back to society again, right? And this is not me justifying anything for Rian. I'm just playing devil's advocate, right? Who is society and who are them to tell you to dictate to what you want to wear, what you feel comfortable in?
All right. It is her desire to feel the way she wants to feel, and don't accept it then.
Don't accept the national hero?
Yeah.
No, but you can't tell her not to accept the national hero
so
because
she goes, no. Here's where it comes down to now. I'm going to hear me clearly.
No, hold on, Rian. I'm trying to get that. Hold on. I'm trying to get it. You're saying that you shouldn't accept the award?
No. Let me articulate my point now. Right? Since you're going down the route of, we can make society decide, say, we want this, we should be this part this way or that way. If society is putting on an event where in reality, this is how you should carry yourself, and you don't want to adhere or conform, then don't accept it then.
No, I'm trying to accept. Accept what? I don't understand. Accept what?
Don't accept the heroin then.
But
so you're trying to say that
the thing I'm trying to understand in a Chabi, why wouldn't she?
Because of nipples, she should turn down the national hero.
All right, let me use.
Which direction the conversation gone?
Because I think I'm getting to understand when I'm trying to understand what Rian is saying, that because through society, dictator, whatever, her being that revealing, you shouldn't accept being a national hero.
Since she doesn't want to, because the Trav made a point, why should she conform to what society wants?
Rian, question. You know that most of our national heroes are murderers?
Oh.
You know that they have to fight to get some freedom. What do you think about that?
Jermaine?
No, I'm not asking you a question. What do you think about that?
Jermaine?
You know I'm gonna have to
event? No, I'm going there. An event was kept
in
her honor.
I understand that.
The nature of the event is a formal one. Ask that you dress respectful.
Yes, I totally understand.
Revealing and so on.
And I respect your opinion.
She goes against the societal norm. She wore something that was revealing, right? We know who she is. We know what she's all about. But we say for the nature of the event, come on. Right? No. You see him bold. When he was collecting his order of distinction, right? Everyone knew the same board for his antics, for always doing his poses. And always
question.
When he stood up to collect his award, you see him board is the most formal I've ever seen. You see him board because he understood where he was.
But what I'm saying, about why are you using someone else to judge someone? What if this is just the person?
That's who you are. That's who you are.
But if you say about it about underpants and pants.
I am saying the nature of the event says, you know what? Let me just do this, collect what I'm collecting, and go. And
all right, but here's my thing with society again, and including ourselves as well. We are majoring in something petty. Because instead of we see
that's true, because the conversation are petty. We're too long with our clothes now.
Because instead of we saw what the good that Rihanna accomplished of being a national hero, the world, especially Jamaica, is trending, pointing out Rihanna's birth. So that we sexualize this woman right now. That's literally what we did.
That's her brand, though.
No, not we. She sell that.
No, even if she put on tights and everything go up there, so you shouldn't look on that at the moment. You should look and say she get an award.
Exactly, because I know Jeremy.
The reality is, she knew that wasn't happening.
And sometimes we hear this argument as well. Why? You see, that's why them young girls get raped because they put on too much sexy clothes. It gave the right for a man touch her.
No, that one that can go deeper.
It's the same thing. We're looking at Rihanna and her sexual minus because she put on a dress and a nipple and show. The first thing you see is titty.
Because what you wore make you see the first thing, the titty.
You know, say, I know me never see that. At when me see that trend, you know.
Sorry, exactly, Jeremy. Me never see it until Jamaica make that trend. Me never see it. I'm look on what Rihanna get national hero, so what Jamaica kick up and give.
All I saw in that process, Chavi, was.
Me never see that until it's
all I saw in that process was, whoa, actually I see a national hero alive. Because most of the national hero, they won't come across dead.
Dead, yeah.
But we take the smallest thing and blow it up. Not the biggest problem. Or the biggest talking point. A woman nipple.
Long and short, it wasn't appropriate. I appreciate everything she did and keep doing. But it wasn't appropriate. Let's be real.
No, I think we should be real. I don't think the dress, I don't think anything is wrong with the dress. I think things and times are changing, right? And if Rihanna feel comfortable wearing that dress, I mean, by all means, and she pull it off well.
And yes.
Question, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Would you go to a female looking like that? To a dinner or something?
Would a female go to a dinner looking like that?
Yes. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, Rihanna, me just go back go look for it just a while ago. And Rihanna two nipple them missing the black spot them around the nipple. So, nobody
nice
look
dress,
for that much. It is a nice dress and nobody's taking away from that, but it is not appropriate for the function. That is, she couldn't wear it go anywhere else. Nothing wrong with it.
So Latty, so right now, as it stands with she being a national hero, right? Is it okay for her to dress that way right now, going anywhere else?
Of course, but she was always Rihanna before that. Why would I want to change because I am a national hero?
So you're saying this,
they know
because of the ceremony.
Listen, they know that I am a provocative dresser. I dress to provoke the crowd. Why would they still give me that honor for me to? I'm not gonna change. That's how I make my money. That is how I make my money. Why do I want to change?
I have a question to go on.
Hold on, Chavi, this feel like a situation where a woman go to the beach and she there in a two-piece, but if you see her in a bra underwear, she hide.
Exactly, and it's the same thing.
But Brian, I see your hand up. What are your 2 cents on this?
Yeah, I agree with that. You know, they always know that Rihanna is provocative type. No, the award being bestowed upon her shouldn't change how she dresses, right? However, that dress was not appropriate for that ceremony, right? So yes, while she's that kind of person, she's not gonna change because of an award ceremony. There's a time and place for everything.
But Brian, if she had slapped on her bra, would it still be appropriate? Would the dress still be appropriate?
I think so.
All right, so the mere fact is that it's not the dress is the issue.
It's not the dress is the issue, no.
It's never the dress.
No, it's never. I don't think it's the dress. I just think it's the fact that
her nipples are showing.
Her nipples are showing.
And that's the first thing that we see. Well, that's the first thing people like Brian Rian say and other people. But Rian, you were going to a point. What was that?
Yeah, that's a quick point. Jermaine, if you invite me to your house, right? And your house rule is that when you come in, you must take off your slippers, right? You're expecting me to do that, right? And that's all I'm saying.
No, me not really, and that's a weak point. Me not really get a point.
No, man, because That's
no, where Rihanna saying
no,
but
stick a pin, Brian. What was the dress code for the event, Rian?
It's formal.
No, what did you know that the UK officially come out and said hold on for a second.
Event?
Did the
when has a national event never been a formal modest event?
Hold on. It's so much time I said what was Barbados? What is it? The president what they have over there?
President
no.
Did the president look at Rihanna and say, Rihanna, here what? I want to tone it down. You know you can speak of that?
I wasn't there in their conversation.
Okay, but the question you asked me, if you are come at my house and me tell you, say, yo, listen, my rules in my house is like, if you're coming here, you take off your slippers. That's a total different thing, because at least may have a conversation there. You don't know if the president tell Rihanna that, and clearly she didn't even mention anything. So she give her freedom to come as you are.
And you know what?
That's a solid point.
Yeah, we can't assume that it was implied, you know. So, in all honesty, like I said, Jeremy, and the dresses was never my problem. It was just the fact that, you know, the nipples were showing at that particular time.
Yes, and I think that's the issue with what people are having. So rather than they're saying the nipple, them just outright to the dress. But
really and truly, the dress. It was a nice dress.
Really and truly is that she just say, here, one, I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna wear this dress and just don't wear a bra with it.
She look really good, man, not lie.
But that's reality. Nothing is wrong with the dress. It's just the mere fact that, hey, like Latty said, she don't wear a bra. If she had wear a bra, would even have this conversation. Or maybe like what Travis said, them that probably find something else. Maybe the dress too bright. So I know our final thought is this a wake up call for Jamaica that they should wake up and revisit certain things, because we can't have a man like Bob Marley who the world love. I will still can't put a title on him. So what do you think about that, Brian?
Bob Marley's title has been overdue.
Yes.
It's long overdue. Remember, if you say Rihanna has done a lot for Barbados, come on, can you imagine how much Bob Marley has done for Jamaica? His title is long overdue.
All right. So
the way the world sees us is down to Bob Marley.
Bro, stick a pin. Look at Ajax and their third kit. That Three Little Birds kit. Right? That is 100% inspired by Bob Marley. Right? Bob Marley is sung at football games that Ajax plays. Come on, man. And you're telling me Germany can recognize Bob Marley to that level, and us Jamaicans cannot bestow on him, right, credentials that he deserves? Overdue.
Yeah, you have to take into consideration.
I think recognize him now. Just that probably never come into play at that time.
Tabby just started through, man. They're not like Rasta people. Snipe, what were you saying?
Well, I for a living legend, could go with Usain Bolt, but I don't think that Usain Bolt no. But I am leaning towards Louis Bennett. Nothing against Bob Marley really, but I'm leaning towards Louis. Bob Marley is more popular, but I'm leaning towards Louis Bennett.
I think that Bob Marley should get it, you know. And I don't think it has anything to do with any him being a Rasta man. The man is an icon, the man is a legend, you need to get it.
So Travis, no disrespect to Miss Lou, because she's a great woman. You can go Germany or maybe down to Portugal and them know Miss Benny. Just playing devil's advocate.
Bob Marley is probably more popular. Bob Marley more popular, yes.
Is it more popular?
And that's what I wanted to get to. That's why I said to him, say, all right, you see, Jamaica, because one conversation they had recently is that once Rihanna get that, you know that I'm going to come back, and they were saying that we have to look at the fact that how they determine national here in Jamaica is different from how Barbados did to them.
What is the criteria out here, Snap, if you know?
Yeah,
I can't give it down to the T, but it has to be more on the political side, the movement side, the whole. If you look at all our national heroes and the background that they have, everything stemming from us, coming from slavery to getting our own independence, emancipation, all of that.
Okay.
And you think somebody has to dead first before
I totally agree with you, Latty. We shouldn't wait till the point till someone's dead before we crown them national hero.
No, listen. And that is one of the culture that we have as not just Jamaican, but black people. We have to wait for somebody gone to give them the props and them roses. It's like we can't acknowledge a man while he's still living. And, yo, you know what? This honor should be bestowed on you. I want to do it now while you're alive. And
so, Brian,
Javi,
you see him both then?
Yeah. No, brother, I said Bob Marley there. Bob Marley.
Said, what tune you said the life part and at the moment no only you see alive. So
yeah. No,
only you seen alive yet.
Remember somebody post something one time and more mentioned it. I only think about it. Somebody say based on how we talk about Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, and even Louis Bennett in terms of how them grow Jamaica popularity and across the world.
Yeah.
Would it be a problem to nominate Sean Paul and Shaggy as also?
Yeah.
Just give me the light.
Carolina.
Sean Paul.
But based
Shaggy.
Yeah, Latty.
No, sir.
Why not?
Listen, all right, I don't want to be biased, but compare like Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt is known as a legend everywhere, and it's not because of popularity. The man work, the man puts in the what kind of work Shaggy puts in?
So Latty, you're saying you have to be known
Shaggy
to be a national hero.
That's what you do.
So Shaggy always.
What Shaggy do? Well, him do the
Bustamante Hospital thing.
Bustamante Hospital. But are we talking about within the Jamaican diaspora or like worldwide? You know,
what do you say about do?
But all right, but going back.
What did you say about do?
Up on the track and get record and people recognize it. So track and
Javi,
feel.
You can't answer that. You cannot
so
what Sean Paul do? What did Sean Paul do?
No, that may sure you say each of them do something in their own different ways. So you can't say because he's more popular.
I am not cutting down what Sean Paul or Shaggy did, you know. But what Usain Bolt did.
But all right.
To break record. Come on, man. You can't.
But all right. But based on what Snipe said with that snippet of criteria, right? That snippet of criteria, I wouldn't give Sean Paul, Shaggy, and Usain Bolt that title then.
No, not at all.
You have to put Usain in there and not taking out Usain.
I would give none of the three the title.
You know, another thing that we're looking at too, why one of the things that people are mentioning is that when we look at it, the type of music plays a role. One of the things people are talking about with Rihanna, why some people are questioning Rihanna getting national heroes, the type of music we sing. You sing more cultural music and motivational music, you would have more accessible because quote unquote her music is outrageous and all of that.
No, but I understand where you're coming from, Snipe, and you're right, because like Bob Marley sing revolution music, right? You know, where people always love one thing, but at the end of the day, it's like not taking away anything from Rihanna. She sings some very, what you call it, world music where sell up to this.
Yeah, she does sing a lot of good songs.
Most number ones in
history. You know, at the end of the day, when they look back at Rihanna, when all is said and done, it's where she came from. Because when you Google the Rihanna, it's gonna be said that she's a Barbados.
Barbadian.
She came from Barbados, so she has been highlighting Barbados. She went back there, and she's also a humanitarian. She has went to Africa. She tried to give back to Africa. She has done a lot of things. She should go back and see where she donated stuff, and she donated to charity, and she tried to give back. So all of that, and we can't really talk about what kind of music Rihanna sings. Barbados must know why they give Rihanna national heroine. Me not understand why Jamaican in a hit.
Yes, you're so
And I
right.
decide whether I
You're so right, Latty. Barbados know why they give her hit. Jamaica should know why they don't want to give Bob Marley and Louis Bennett the title.
No, let me make a case. Let me make a quick case of Bob Marley.
What Masicka tonight, right?
Yes, man. We're coming up right next. I know you're waiting.
Okay.
Hold on, before let me make just a quick point, a quick case of Bob Marley.
Yes, Brian.
Right, when Bob Marley was alive, he didn't get the recognition he deserved from his Jamaican.
Yes, because he was a Rasta man.
Marley did not get the recognition he deserved from his fellow Jamaicans. Right, he got it from foreigner. Yet he kept pushing Jamaica on the map. The music he sang was for the people and the struggles that Jamaican people on a whole face.
Yeah.
Right? Bob Marley tried to spread peace, love, right?
And marijuana.
Right now, redemption song. Yeah, you can't leave out that.
And children. Don't forget the children.
Song is one of the best songs ever written. Right? And if we keep overlook Bob Marley, that means at no point in history are we gonna stand up and say, you know what, this man was a pioneer. This man was beyond his years lyrically and in how he put Jamaica on the map. No one else in Jamaica has put Jamaica on the map as much as Bob Marley has.
Agree. All right, so Brian, so Ryan, your final thoughts on this?
My final thoughts in regards to Bob Marley. First, let me quickly say, I think it comes down to what should be the criteria that stipulates how someone becomes a national hero. Quickly, in the case of Sean Paul and Shaggy, what they're doing, they're excelling in music internationally, but many have done that. So that puts on a level with a lot of persons. They have not stood out tremendous to say, you know, that warrants national hero status. In the case of Bob Marley now, what he has done for Jamaica in that, as I say, put Jamaica on the map where, from even a tourism standpoint, majority of tourists that comes here is due to his influence. A man who has died. His music is still for generational music.
Yeah.
Impacting so many lives across the world. You know what I mean? So what that has done for the country, even from an economical standpoint, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So he fully deserves it. Right? In terms of Miss Lou, in terms of she deserves it from the perspective of how she has allowed Jamaicans to really embrace who they are and their culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially the patois.
Especially the patois, which was seen as a broken dialect.
Yeah.
But we fully embrace and say this is our language, this is how we speak, this is how we communicate, and we have that pride, because one thing Jamaicans are is prideful in terms of in the way that we are so proud of our heritage and who we are as a people. And she has a great influence in that. Yeah. So you're growing up with that Jamaican pride and say, this is who I am. I am proud to be this. This is why I say Little with Talawa. You understand? That's a great influence. And for that, I believe she deserves that accolade. In the case of Usain Bolt, now it can be debated.
Yeah, and that's fair. That's fair.
It can be debated because he has done a lot for us with what, but then what he has done is from a more personal.
With the gold medals and stuff like that.
His personal achievements now has brought more recognition, or continued that trend in person recognizing us for something.
And Rian, if we're going to put Usain Bolt in the mix, it's fair to say we can put Shelly and
exactly.
In the
mix. Only thing Usain Bolt did differently was broke world records.
Yeah.
But they have won multiple championships just as him, multiple titles.
Yeah.
So how do you differentiate then, or say why does he deserve it more than them? They have done the same thing except the world records.
But like I said, Snap, where does it stop? Well, this argument stops right here. People, the panel have spoken. Maybe we should go into politics and sit on the panel and just nominate some people. Bob Marley, Louis, put them as the symbol of this country. Put them as a national hero, man. Come on, man. Maybe.
Yo, let me tell you something. Bob Marley, if you have a statue at every airport, as you come off a plane, you have the Bob Marley statue.
Totally agree. With a big head spliff. Moving on.
Sure.
All right. Your final thoughts, Travi? Eh?
Until the criteria comes out, I stick with none of them.
All right, but this is Jamaica. Criteria never come out. So moving on.
Yes.
The album of the year. Masicka.
438.
Yeah. I mean, Latty can't even wait. Latty, go ahead. Speak on Masicka.
You know, listen, I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday that I was introduced to Suicide Note. That's why I feel stressed out over the week. Like, I feel depressed. Me, if I cause when I take the injection have something to do with me.
Okay.
Cycle, so it made me feel stressed out. Wicked. And somebody sent me the song 438. It was my supposed to send me the song. I listen to the song and I said, Bombard star.
Love it.
And then me listen to the album today.
Yeah.
I said, Bombard, they are really underrated, you know.
Very.
So me have to give Masicka and props in my go. I love Dexter Daps, by the way. I love Dexter, but Masicka.
Every woman does.
For the way. No, me love him before everyone does, but Masicka for the way.
Chavi, you being a man in the industry, what are your thoughts on this album?
Well,
better than Skilly Bang, though, by far.
Well, no disrespect to Skilly Bang. Big up Skilly Bang, but yes, by far Skilly Bang. That
I basically saw him sang them go. Skilly Bang.
But on a serious note, still we see a number of album drop for the year. DeMarco, Masicka, Cartel, Alkaline. So if me should have put them in an order, well, probably just 2 songs per Masicka one. It's not say I don't like it. I don't think how the album was going. I don't think them 2 songs they fit.
Which 2 songs that if I can remember from memory?
I know this is with the Champagne, but the one with Champagne and
that can go on.
Oh, Quality.
The gun one, Contract Killer.
Oh, Contract Killer.
Good songs, but I don't think it'll fit for album. But we can't take. I think everybody that wait for the album, and I think that gives some boost. But it was worth the wait. If rank it, no disrespect to Cartel and none of them, but I would have Masicka album as number 1.
But Chavi, let's be fair. You say no disrespect to Cartel, right? Cartel has never made a good album, in my opinion.
No, I don't think I should tell. He has.
No, I just say it. I'm not taking it back.
No, but remember, you know, like Latty said, she like Dexter Daps. We can't compare Dexter Daps album to a Masicka album because they're 2 different styles. Dexter go sing for the ladies. Cartel album, I have a different. Cartel I come and give you. If my drop EP, you can come and drop a full girl EP.
But Chavi, my thing, you know, Cartel singles sound better than him albums.
Well, I know, Jeremy, I agree with you, but Cartel did do one good, decent album.
The first one when that come out, or Tanisha?
No, man, to Tanisha.
Yeah, that
was good. That was a good album.
That was good, but he never as good as
man,
Masicka.
That was a good album. No.
To Tanisha, that was good.
No, I said it was a decent
album. Rock not with Skilly Bang type or something. No disrespect to God.
Yeah. Masicka is A1.
But as I say, Masicka, Alkaline, DeMarco, and then anybody else after.
No, but stick up in, Brad. Travis.
No, this is.
How can you not put Spice album up in your top 5?
Sorry, but I don't like Spice.
No, that's not the question I asked you. Whether you like Spice or
in terms of our music.
Yeah.
In terms of the music on the album, I think she can come after those 3.
No, that was a well-done album, you know, Chavi. That better than the Mark album, you know.
Yes, it was. Well, I enjoyed the Mark album, honestly.
I truly like Spice, man.
No, I like album. The album. There are some good songs on it. And I think she up there with Sean Paul, to me, personally, she up there with Sean Paul for winning the Grammy. Me have just a little edge over Sean Paul.
Snipe, what were your thoughts on the album?
All me tell said, to be honest with me, me not really sit down as an album. Maybe it's
Yeah.
me like listen mix. You play 1 minute and the intro and then the next song and the next song. Very rarely me listen to an album.
Yeah.
And I swear, when we start playing thing, yeah man, we just want you the next track and next track. And as Travis said, the two songs that we mentioned, to
The
me,
one with Sean Paul
and
Contract
the
Killer.
song them not bad, but it never have the same flow as the rest of the album. But otherwise, trust me, in front start doing thing and then in wordplay,
Yeah.
and then do some things, yeah man, it captivate man. Make him props, bully props man.
It's so easily one of the best dancer albums for the year.
Easily. Keep in
Easily.
mind, I one out of 3 albums listen to the last 10 years, so can't tell about what if my the best or not. We leave that conversation as the owner, but for me, as I say, if somebody don't really focus on the album, cause me hear right on my work when me hear everybody say, "Oh, that song is bad," me go listen to it. I me up and read and catch a vibe. I'm go find on internet listen 1, listen 2. If the 2 not catch me, alright, me not get me listen to my album. But
me too.
But
so make him proud to that man. Him doing thing, man.
To me, Masicka, I don't want to say he's an excellent story writer, but he's a damn good story writer.
He's a very good one. Very good one.
And
as I said, suicide note.
And he's brilliant. But like what Latty said, and it's very true. And that's the first thing that she uttered, right? Underrated. Very, very underrated.
I think only for artists in Jamaica underrated.
Agents of Scar 1 too.
You know why? Because Jamaican, if you're not sing a certain type, or you're not follow the wave,
and you're not gonna
are exactly. You have to follow the wave. Listen, Masicka, a long time the man, I get all them accolades and I get the roses. Right? Now listen, Masicka from Karma. I don't know if you know that show. I'm gonna tell you about Karma. Yeah. Me used to a long time. Flo J introduced me to Masicka. And I say, yo, a DJ, him go. That time I doubt if Masicka getting a play on radio to that. So this is the man can be mentioned as say album of the year. Yeah. Well deserved for Masicka.
Well, this just
Chavi, hold on, remember address Chavi. Chavi, you mean Tanisha never good? Man, listen.
I'm just saying
brother,
I've heard better. Big Vibes
I'm not
Cartel.
saying there's not better, but we're talking Vibes Cartel albums.
Chavi, what the best Vibes Cartel album you ever listen to? What the best one? Because me just can't find none of them really worth mentioning.
I remember my name, but I think the one before that. Honestly,
the Fear one.
Yeah, when name King
Yeah, when the Fear one. You're mad, man.
Yes. No, to me.
Listen, yeah, all right, to you. But let me tell you why to Tanisha. You see, if Cartel wasn't in prison, that album would have won him the Grammy. Because that album was something different. Nobody never expected that.
Which album that? Tanisha?
Tanisha, yeah.
No, I don't think that could have given the Grammy. I don't think that could have given the Grammy.
But was it out at the time?
I don't think that would be the Grammy. No, he'd have other things. He'd have other albums.
Album this year, right?
So Tanisha?
Yeah.
No, brother.
We have been at here
job.
No, like maybe 2 years ago or a year ago.
Anna this year, the album.
Last year.
I think last year.
If I not last year or the year before, the album all I know.
But what was the sale?
You
really think that
would win
Cartel Grammy?
No, it would even come close.
I don't think Cartel can win no Grammy off a no album. I don't think Cartel albums are put together well.
But all right, but Travis, right? We all agree in terms of singles.
Yeah, to Tanisha was last year. To Tanisha was last year.
All right. But in terms of Cartel, personally, that is his best album.
Okay.
Best album.
Tanisha,
Yeah.
Tanisha just sound, it's just normal to me. And one thing song me know.
But this is it. Most of the time when I listen to a Vibes Cartel album, how much time we skip through?
Me listen to every single thing.
No, but Brian, you see, because you were saying which album was out that was better than that, or could have win the Grammy over that. Because
not better. I don't know which album was out.
No, because remember Buju Banton Upside Down was out, which was a good one. Popcorn Fixed Tape was out, which was another good one. So
I'm not a Popcorn fan.
I can't no, regardless, because let's judge people on the merit of their work, not if you like them or not. Because I am not a Spice fan, but Spice album 10, which she released this year, damn good. So I wouldn't give Tanisha over Fixed Tape and Upside Down. Impossible.
Well, I never listen none of them two, man.
Because
honestly,
to me, Cartel just ever miss with him album then.
All right, this is my problem with Cartel. I have to say no disrespect to Cartel. I'm probably no artist that will beat me. I'm probably no will agree with me. Cartel, you have nothing to prove. You have been dominating the music for years. And if you miss Nava the scene for 10 years and come up with a song, you still have to run the place. But Cartel, you song kill song over the years. Nobody no kill it, I him kill it. I don't think Cartel album them sit down and master it out and say, this is how we are going to go about this in terms of paperwork and in terms of which singles we put on the album. I don't think they're well put together.
Say basically flood the market with songs.
You could say that.
And don't give it time to breathe.
Yes, and when the album come about now, it is not as how it should be.
Yeah, you have a valid point. Because
like him take the time put the song them in a pattern or like tell so we use them album and tell a story.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Like just fling some song on the album and say,
you have too much, man.
Yeah, because Snipe, when you look on some, because the album is classified a body of work, right? When some artists, like when they get ready to push out them album, then take for themselves for a period of time. You probably not hear from them for 1 year, 2 year time until you start them coming with single after single, and then leading up to the album. We can't tell a year right through the year, every day.
Let me ask you a question.
In allow people to
Cartel. Well, I know a Cartel work on an album and just release tune and whoever in charge of music have put them together.
No, I believe that
you should have a talk as well, because even though Masicka are the artist and Masicka the out here can manage things himself, I think in an album, remember you have a big label or so behind it. So if you don't sign to a record label, you still have person to be a manager career and say, man, no, come on and sit down and have a record a tune and decide, all right, they might want to fix up on it.
At one point, Nasha is the managing thing.
I think she still does.
But not because she managed the can't say.
No, well, I don't remember them, they kick off and fall out.
I mean, so they kick off many times.
But I didn't have a talk, because him record the song, so he must know which one him feel like fit enough for the album.
No, because I think even that same one that Brian mentioned, the Tanisha one, I see posts where Cartel said this was Grammy worthy. And if you tell it, and Dance and Divas one, if you tell it the truth, it not reach.
I enjoyed Dance and Divas more than Tanisha as well. That was the one with that track.
Oh, Dance and Diva.
Yes.
Dance and Divas, they just same old.
No, but that they have more storyline to it. Dance and Divas. I mean, they understand where we come from.
So as much as Carter release hot singles where change the culture and stuff like that, he can never put a body at work where people can easily remember.
No. At least my job like hits them and put it on it.
Well,
and that's why we have to give Masicka props.
Yeah, give the youth him flowers while I'm still here.
Yeah, man, give him props. Well done.
Well done.
So the next highly anticipated album now will be Bounty Killer. We never time that job.
Well, me hear the what the single with him on
the lead single.
Oh yeah, with him on Cartel and
with him on Cartel and our Busy.
Yeah, not living up to my expectation. But I expect more, but it can go on.
I mean, make us see it going about. So we all agree that.
So where Rihanna? Rihanna still on the line?
No man, remember Rihanna listen to dancehall music, you know.
Oh, because I don't have to hear from Fee, I don't have to hear him still, but understand.
Unless if Rihanna have something to say.
Them days are done, man. Them days are done. I'm not listening to dancehall music.
Unless if Rihanna, I tell the truth now, Rihanna, this is an album that we could have listened to now because I like say I come across nothing where
you know, when we get that
where my
was
in that manner.
No, I don't hold dancehall is not my thing no more. Even before me get saved, I lose the love. So
no, I can't lose the love for dancehall. Dancehall at Jamaica, dancehall at ours. If we start lose it, then we give people other right to take it up and run with it.
So Snipe agrees. Say Masicka at the album of the year.
Yeah, man.
Yes, man. Even though it's not official, I just JRP come out with this, but clearly any award out in Jamaica just need to just follow my advice and just give this man dancehall album of the year.
So how are the numbers doing?
How are the numbers doing?
The numbers will pass Alkaline? Or has it passed Alkaline as yet?
No numbers have come out as yet.
Okay, so you think, and your opinion, you think it will? Because at the moment, Alkaline is the one that leading.
To be, you know why?
To be fair, Chavi.
Vendetta fan base bigger.
To be fair, Chavi, Vendetta more known on the international market than Masicka, right? He have a bigger fan base. So
yeah, man, Vendetta fan base bigger. So the numbers all depends on the fan base.
Yeah. So Brian, so if Masicka number grow more, it means that him acquire some new fans.
Exactly.
Yeah, people out there actually I'm fan them now. I'm fans need to go on, streaming
spread the word, man.
And spread the word, yeah.
But this is the thing now when people say fan base, all right? Masicka did 3 collabs. Steph London, Sean Paul, and Popcorn. So them 3 person have a run go listen it because of them 3 artists.
Yeah, because them are big on the international scene.
All right. So how much collab Alkaline have confirmed?
That was just him.
All right. So even though him fan base big, I think even persons that are not fan of Masicka, once it mentions say, hey, album drop, you still got a Vendetta fans that can run over, go listen. Gaza fans that can run over. And every fan that can run over, listen and say, hey, this man is better than my artist.
And another thing to be noted as well, Chavi. Vendetta apparently seems to have good relationship with other Jamaican artists because see other Jamaican artists really are promoting work when they drop him album. And like Masicka, you see a lot of artists post it on them Instagram feed and I say, yo, listen Masicka album and stuff like that. So Masicka actually I get the support from the Jamaican artists them as well. So say their fans will jump on it as well.
And we can attest to say in fan base I grow because me as a man, me watch YouTube enough in terms of reactors, react to music and everything there.
Yeah.
And we have a couple we have 2 persons where one are from Israel and I think one are from US. We watch like almost every day.
Yeah.
And at the first ever them do a reggae album, dancehall album.
Oh, them actually review it.
First one. Yeah.
So say their fans are gonna listen it as well.
Exactly.
And Snipe. And look on him subscribers as well, Snipe. Them go since then.
Yeah, man. The album I give him some leeway, man. He must step up.
You see the only thing, Snipe, it's a pity this album never finished in time to get a nomination for the Grammy.
Because by the time next Grammy come around, nobody
no man. That I got pretty much
What I heard Bugle said, I don't know, even though I'm there the things I don't know. I think Bugle saying can do what? Republish it and
So republish it for the next time the Grammy come around.
Yeah,
Yo, hold on. Talk about Bugle. Bugle not drop album yet.
No, not to my. Him drop an album this year.
I just think let them come out. I think it did drop, man.
In whole heap of singles come out.
I remember the
Whole
album.
heap of singles come out.
Singles
But
after the album
drop. Cause Bugle and my done anytime that they drop album a year automatically.
Man don't even listen it yet.
Yo, let me tell you something with Bugle. Bugle
expectations, man.
Yo, the man give you conscious music with great flow. No derogatory, nothing. And the man just keep it. Yo, Bugle, man, I tell you, it's another underrated artist.
So isn't that a problem, Brian? Or maybe that topic can be for your next time, like the whole positivity.
But that me did say earlier, brother. If you're not in a certain category and have to go with whatever is hot out there in the streets, people overlook your work.
I can tell you one of the biggest underrated artists right now, and him just seem to just can't get no love. Agent Saskia, so that brother there, that when he come on the lyrics, trust me, he up there.
Performance
And storytelling, but
exactly.
Me can confidently tell you say that man and then enough people top 10, probably not even top 20. No, but I read that tonight. Devin the Doctor, Brian, entertainer. He's an entertainer. That man is just a real artist. And you have Ritical, another good artist as well.
Two young artists in Jamaica right now, where enough of them listen, enough of the young artists because the kind of music where come out, it kind of put me back away. Where I say, yo, when that wave is over, I jump back in. So I focus on the man them where I normally listen. But it's Devin the Doctor and Gage.
Yeah.
Devin the Doctor and Gage are two of the funniest things.
If I should say something, I used to listen to dancehall. But nowadays, to the type of lyrics them we are playing at this song, they just don't make no sense to me. No sense to me. None of time. I can't sit down and listen to one dance. Right now, Afrobeats me gone now because I can't bother.
You know, chop the line and answer no, you know.
And that's why I stick to produce wholesome music.
Yeah, Chavi, where that say?
Alright, alright. As a man in the music now, I don't like to hear a person say, I don't listen to dancehall again because of this. Alright.
Because good music out there, right?
Yes, because the artists them come out and them say, I don't have to hear them sit down and them rehearse this thing. Me sing, grow up and listen. When I grow up and see. So if you say at them, say the whole 100 and other want to grow up and see violence. So none of these sides on can sit down and mix different from violence. So artists out there who made things where it's not violence. You tell me say, him will grow up and I get to and see that. You think he could have come out and sing that too. So good music out there now. I just think that the one them want trend. I cause enough no one listen to dancehall again. But if you search deep as even Jeremy had mentioned, Ritical, Brian mentioned Youngster, Gage.
Yes.
Good dancehall out there still what they want to sing positive song.
Gage is acting down in your
No, alright. Because you know why? Because that was management.
Brian, you see, Brian,
Gage come out and explain the whole of that,
Brian, you see,
because when me know Gage, Gage was a positive artist. And when time I started to hear them tune, I said, what is this? And he was saying that the management lead him down that path, and it worked for him. And him saying, just realizing himself and said, no, this is not me. I can't do this no more.
But Brian, it's when you mention Gage, I say yes. But you see, the thing is, I tell you what going for Gage. It's when Gage do positive song, he not get low.
He not get no forward, exactly.
But it's when him do the killing song and the them sort of song there, and then kind the people gravitate towards him.
Yeah.
So you know what happened now?
Listen, man. All right, now Gage and something like that in war a couple of years ago, and that's where you see how Gage lyrical, right? So you know, say yes, Gage on a different level, and people gravitate to all of them war songs. And then when the man done, / the beef done, and release something conscious, people run from it.
Nobody.
Yeah, people should.
It's a society that we're living in now.
I look on Gage already. Him release an EP called Creed.
Creed, yo, Creed, body.
And enough people no look on it.
Brother, if Creed, listen, Travi, if Creed was an album, may I tell you honest truth, that would have been album of the year.
And
Brian,
this
don't
is
make
why
everything album a year for you, man.
No, that's right. No, hold on. Who must say album of the year? How do you tell you? Who must say album of the year?
Bugle drop an album. So we all can agree that Masicka album is the dancehall album of the year. Guys, any final thoughts on the album or any final thoughts in general or the state of dancehall music? Chavi, you go, because you're the man in the industry.
Well, yes, agree. Album of the year, Masicka. And yeah, for persons who don't listen it, but listen it now. And persons who run away from dancehall, go back to dancehall because you still have good artists out there like myself. Yes. I have only more young artists like me not put Masicka on young artists. Me not put Gage, but you have man like Ritical, you have man like Youngster, you have man like 17, no? You have Rani Rasta City now. And you have all of artists coming up right now. So good people still in a dancehall music still there. We can't make a culture run from. We and the artists them need to bring it back to more positivity.
All right, well said. Snipe.
All I can say, yo, add Masicka album to my playlist. So between him and Shensia, yeah, my playlist just grow and grow. And as Travis said, yeah, between Travis and Latty, where they said earlier that there's a time when we kind of drift from the dancehall because stuff I was telling me never really gravity to them, but Shensia and plus Masicka now, they really are pulling me back to open me as towards the dig deep in the dancehall. With them, this Travis just mentioned, yeah man, we can open me as look wider for them.
Sound good. Latty, what's your final thought?
Well, it's that I don't listen to dancehall anymore. It's just that I'm not. It doesn't wow me anymore because of the word chopper, this, chopper that. Can't bother with that. So I'll continue to try and listen to some of the other artists if I can. I don't know. I only know when we done mentioned earlier, the young man who is my entertainer.
Devin the Doctor.
Devin the Doctor. Listen, I was looking for Devin the Doctor, and maybe try and listen to someone. But the whole intense and them people, me can't bother with them. And them have to cover dancehall these days. I hope they not listen to me, and me can't really deal with that right now. So yeah.
Okay. Brian.
Yes, like Travis, I agree with you. There's a lot of good young artists out there, but the industry needs to clean up on a whole because the good artists out there are not getting many airplay and they're driving away listeners like Latty, like Snipe, like myself, right? So when Masicka come through, it's like a breath of fresh air. We have to gravitate. But there's still good artists out there. So if the man them can clean up the music, right, and give the conscious music a chance, you will find yourself a grab back a whole heap of fun. But anyone who listen to Masicka album, give it a listen. And when you're done with Masicka album, you Gage Creed a listen.
True.
Yeah.
True. Mr. Anderson, we know you don't listen to dancehall music, but your final thoughts, no? That your final thought, Rian?
No. Sorry, I was texting something in the chat. Final thoughts on what in particular?
I mean, anything. Suppose you want to big up the Christian fraternity. I mean, go ahead.
Every day, every time. You know the thing set Jermaine. Up top of Jesus Christ. Big up Prince _ what's his name? We enter Magnum competition.
The DJ with the DJ.
Yeah, man. Tough, man. Lyrics them solid, man. So big him up, you see me?
All right. Shen, Mr. say online, you know, Shen, you have anything to say because you eyed with you tonight?
No, I was just listening overall. I didn't have much to say because for me personally, I just think dancehall has deteriorated and the industry still needs to be cleaned up. I personally don't have the time to dig and go out there like me a treasure hunt to find a good dancehall artist. Every day I get up, go shoot, bang at this shop at that one client that that not interests me.
All right. With
Yeah,
that,
I can recommend you some good album and some good artists. You hear my friend?
Okay, noted.
All right. With that said, people don't need to dig and find a good podcast because this is the #1 podcast in Jamaica. Boom. Said it.
Great.
Podcast for the year 2021. All right.
Beyond.
So tune in next week where we do a Christmas special. So Latty can come in and tell you how she bake our cake. Yes. And for all who can cook like myself, I can just come and say, yo, I love the pepper light for Christmas. So tune in next week and bring a friend and bring a next friend. Latty hope you can bring Dale because we need to know why him enjoy Christmas as well. Until then, we out.
That's the topic for next week.
Dale is on duty.
Oh Lord, I hope I have good connection.
All right.
And then enough people. Wow, good enough.
Till then, I'm Brian, and for the people who now give the support, we say to them.
We see you.
All right. And please support Masicka album and remember, support Latty business as well. You know, up and coming big professional makeup artist. So do Rihanna one as well. When Rihanna collect her next award with the Titia show. We out.
We're speaking it into being Latty.
All right.